Hey, Frankie Nicole here. Or Frankie, or Nicole, whatever you want to call it. I understand that some people have very preferred, like, names and stuff, but, the thing is, and this is going to go right into what I want to talk about today, multidimensional personalities, Like, we only see certain sides of people. We only see certain sides of ourselves, or show certain sides of ourselves at some times. It's like you can be one person at this point of the day and another person at a different point of the day, and it can actually really confuse people because, some people only see you during the day, and some people only see you at night, and some people see you occasionally, and some people see you more often, and it's kind of becoming acclimated. And also, you know, when we show only certain parts of ourselves to people, they don't quite understand when they see other parts. They're like, whoa, who is that person? Especially with me being a Tui, it's difficult because people think I'm insane. But I'm not. I'm just multiple personality people thing, and it's not a bad thing. It's just part of who I am. And it's okay. I mean, I try and integrate it as much as possible, but, there's still a distinct logical animal nature to me, which is probably why I attract animal lovers. If animals could talk, huh? They always say cats are assholes. Well, hello. I'm not always an asshole, though. Only when I need to be. Just gotta find complimentary assholes to get along with, where we call each other out on our asshole behaviors. So going into that, I wanted to talk about my Tao of Pooh book, and how there are different characteristics of people, and so it breaks it down into 5, but there's obviously more. It's not really limited, because we want to classify, and we've only studied so much of the human population, and we're not quite there yet. We always think that we know the most and the best, and then we put it out there. We're like, yeah, this is it. And then we keep on studying, and we find more details and more intricacies of people's personalities. And so it's I do tend to generalize sometimes, but I only generalize in a sense where I'm trying to create a dialogue where people are able to understand what I'm saying, because sometimes I can get so far out there with what I'm talking about, people are like, you've lost me, Nicole. And so I'm trying to not, like, dumb my language down, but I try to make it as understandable as possible, in a sense where hopefully I'm not misunderstood, even though then I'm misunderstood, then people think I'm an idiot. But, I'm not. But thank you for thinking that. Just, lets people underestimate me, and pow, bang, pa! I'm charge ahead forward, leaving everybody in the dust. That's how you win a race, right? The underdog. So, I'm going to read this passage, and hopefully it'll kind of integrate somewhat, but I stopped at this, and it came at so. Looking back a few years, we see that the first busy Baxons of this part of the world, the Puritans, practically worked themselves to death in the fields without getting much of anything in return for their tremendous efforts. They were actually starving until their wiser inhabitants of the land showed them a few things about working in harmony with Earth's rhythms. Now you plant, now you relax. Now you work in the soil, now you leave it alone. The Puritans never really understood the second half, and never really believed in it. And so after 2 or 3 centuries of pushing, and the once fertile earth, and a few years of depleting its energy still further with synthetic stimulants, we have apples that taste like cardboard, oranges that taste like tennis balls, and pears, sorry, not pearls, ew, pears that tasted like sweetened styrofoam, all products of soil that was not allowed to relax. We're not supposed to complain, but there it is. So that kind of goes into the push-pull of things. Like, without one side of a personality, you don't have the other side. So, people need a release. People need a time to be multiple. And, I'm openly admitting that I have multiple avenues of my personality. And, for so long, it's like, oh no, watch out, many faces of Eve. Ooh, so scary. No, it's just misunderstood. And then we created a stigma against it, making people feel like there was something wrong with them. Well, I refuse to accept that stigma. I refuse to believe that it is a negative trait of mine to have multiple outlets. I just maximize their usage and get the most I can out of life. There's some part of me that's, slothful and relaxed and loves to just eat good food and drink good wine and lay on the couch and not bother. And then there's a part of me that, likes to go and get things done. I'm very motivated. I'm out there running, I'm out there dancing, I'm out there getting projects done. And then there's a part of me that's very sensitive and very, very in need of nurturing and niceties. And then there's the part of me that's kind of like a little bit callous and maybe a bit of an asshole, where I'm just like, okay, really, like I just, and there's and that part of me can dominate because you put up, it's the strongest one of the bunch, where that one and the go one, where it can turn me into this like super robot monster thing where I'm just like, don't give a shit, I'm just gonna go do things and whatever. And then the other part gets neglected, where I need time to be down and relax and let my body relax, let my because otherwise then I'm not gonna get any more out of it, can't squeeze any more energy out to go. So there is that need for the different dimensions of your personality. And I think the difficult part is, and why we don't show all of it, is not everyone's going to accept all the different parts of your personality. The only real person who's going to accept them is you. And other people are either going to be challenged by them, or they're going to dislike them, or they're going to really like them overly too much, or they're going to be indifferent to them. It's like sometimes when I do things, sometimes people take it way too personally, and I'm like, this wasn't meant for you. I wasn't doing something against you for what I'm doing. I'm just doing myself. And I'm doing what I'm needing to do for me, and you're taking it way too personally. Projection again. And see, and then there's the part of where, like, there's the integration of the multiple parts. And most of the time, we're paying attention to our own inner workings, because we have to jimmy rig all these interpersonal parts of ourselves that half the time, either when we're offending somebody or we're doing something that's maybe not favorable to others, we say something wrong, or we're too sensitive, or we're not sensitive enough, or we're too go, or we're going and we're gone and we're not waiting around for somebody. It's not a personal thing, but people take it so personally, and I've taken things personally. I know other people take things personally, and it's just kind of gauging and knowing somebody well enough to know that it's not a personal attack. It's not like a personal thing where, oh, I'm just doing this to fuck you, like that's not, there's times when that is, but then, there's times when you're merely just paying attention to your own thing, and it's not a slight against somebody. But then there are those times when somebody's actually trying to go after you and being maniacal, and that's just not a good thing. That's not, I don't know why people want to do that. Like, that's bad karma right there, you know? And so I guess it's good to remember that those people are going to get what they put out there. So hopefully, well, I don't know, hopefully, but, you know, they'll get the equal equivalent return. So, you know, when somebody says nasty things about you, they'll get nasty things said about them in return, or something to the extent. Happy Sunday. Yay. It's relaxed day. I hope everybody's having a great time. Not too many people blowing their hands off. Oh, Lord. So this reading is for Monday. It's going to be in the title, so that's good. Alright, let's get to the cards. Man, I just killed the dance floor last night. Shit, it was great. It was fucking great. I love dancing, even with broken toe. Just tough as nails, right? Your spirituality, your spiritual, okay, we're good. Your spiritual awareness is growing, and so too is your sexuality. Sensuality is heightened, and this has a magical effect on the ones you love. A sacred union is reborn. Love is in the present moment. This is a favorable time for matters of the heart, a time of inspiration and healing. A relationship blossoms. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. It's Christmas, bitch! Life is constantly changing, yet at its core it remains the same. Love does not change, it only grows stronger. Change is simply love unfolding, its never-ending story. So guys, Valcor, was that the flying dog? I just remember being really scared of that when I was a kid. That and Chucky. I mean, those are two completely, like, opposite things, but, like, I just remember, like, really little I was afraid of, like, the flying dog, and then and then somebody rented Chucky. I think it was my sister, and like they put me to bed, but I would sneak down and peek, and it was so scary. I was like, no, Chucky! Scary fucking dolls, man. No, no, no. You, my beloved, are like a ray of golden sunshine. I breathe in your love. All my conscience. I can't talk today. My brain is just out my ear. I breathe in your love, and all my concerns melt away, and all that is left is pure joy. Thank you, my beloved soulmate. Dwelling on the past and future keeps me from experiencing the power of now. I make a conscious choice to be present. I accept love now. I am grateful for your love. I love the term Tui. Totally. It's like, I don't know. Like, I wish there was more like transformation in physical forms. I mean, I was talking to somebody last night about transitions, and just and it's always fascinated me how much stock people put on the outside. I get it, I've spent my whole life being unhappy with the way that I looked, and then at some certain point I was just like, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't, like, I'm gonna make myself look nice, but I'm not gonna like worry about specifically the outside of it, and like spent way too many years obsessing about what I put in my body, and binge eating and not eating, and that was also a topic of conversation yesterday, and it was just like, letting go of the guilt. Like, that's the number one, like the mental thing. It's like, once you change the ideology inside your head that like continually says you're not good enough, you're crazy, your multiple personalities are a bad thing and you shouldn't have that. Stop it. No. Bad. Just let it go. that's what keeps us in this constraints, you know, and like I understand that people want to be passable as a certain thing that they see on the inside, but that's still the outside dictating the inside, don't you think? Like, what is passable? What is what people want, you know? Yes, for dangers, you know, there's people out there, but I feel like if we're still bending ourselves into pretzels over what other people fret about, then they still control us, and they still are puppeteering. Fuck that. No. You know? And fuck those people. Fuck. I refuse. I refuse, you know? And there's nothing scarier than someone like me who just refuses to take any of that bullshit any longer. No. Now. Tiger is the leader of people, and I hope to lead people into the revolution of love. Alright. The revolution of love. No more spreading fear and hate. We're spreading love, kindness, and understanding. God damn it. Alright, so speaking of, we have the Hierophant, which is all about spiritual teachings and what, you know, your inner guidance. And I mean, the Hermit and the Hierophant are very similar, but the Hierophant is about kind of like this the more universal understanding, and the Hermit is very like the inner knowing and inner understanding. And so this is like the overall spirituality. I mean, what I really want to do is I really want to start a meditation group up north, because the group I was attending a few times, but it was difficult because it was down Capitol Hill, and you know the parking situation is just not there. Called Dharma Punks, and they ended up, you know, closing down, and I'm sure they would be open to having other opportunities. So, you know, let me know if you're in the north area of Seattle that would be interested in starting a meditation group. And I'm very good at organizing things and getting things going, because, you know, that's my skill. I make things happen. So, yeah, I hope to get people. I want to get like a larger group of people on a similar wavelength, that we're all, because that's when we're strongest, you know, we're all meditating together, and maybe we're all meditating on different things, but as long as we're all bringing that energy together, it's very powerful. And I feel like, you know, it's a gathering of people, and it's very much about a spiritual organization instead of a religious organization, which is that's what the Hierophant is talking about. And so there's going to be a very heavy influence of that. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of like influence of like finding a similar like-minded group of people tomorrow that you are learning a lot from. And then we also have the Queen of Cups upright. So we have we have the loving queen. She's in the upright, thankfully. So we have those cups, you know, that offering. Somebody's really out in your, you know, on your team, trying to help you out, or you're trying to help people out. You're becoming that wonderful, loving, you know, person out there. And then, I mean, we've got great cards for today. The Four of Wands, you know, it's, you know, I never really read it in reverse. I mean, in reverse, it just could be like, you know, it's in progress. It's in, you know, in the making, not necessarily exactly at the moment, but it's, you know, the idea is there. And I mean, with the Queen of Cups, it's great. We have just a wonderful, like, spiritual union kind of happening. And we have the Six of Pentacles again. So we have, and it's in reverse, so we have a little bit slight delay of this like balanced energy, but it's definitely there. It's coming. It's, you know, it's happening. Yay! And we have the Tower. We have the Five of Wands upright, and we have the Tower in reverse. So we have, you know, um, maybe some competition, maybe some interaction with with a few different people where you're kind of trying to figure out ideas. In a sense, they're all slightly different, but maybe of the same vein, all kind of working together and trying to figure out, a common ground. Um, and then we have the Tower in reverse, which kind of talks about, things breaking apart. And when it's in reverse, I like to think of it as like, maybe it's not directly directed at you. Maybe it's an outside energy that's finally breaking down, and you're finally able to get some progress, with this interaction. There's something going on, and something's changing. There's a shift. There's a change. It's fantastic. Things are happening. So, um, I think I'll leave you there. I'm gonna go back to my Sunday chores and laying around and enjoying myself. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday and a fantastic a super Monday. Because, it doesn't have to be a bad day. It can be a great day. It's going to be a great day, right? All right. Take it easy.